What up? What up? What up? Peace, peace, peace. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this mic check. Are we good? Where we at? All right. We are on X, y'all. Real Sabir Bey on X. And if you would like to join the cipher, you can join the cipher. Let me bring my brother Jarrell in the building. This is my brother Jarrell is going to be my co-host tonight. We're going to show y'all how we teach and how we get down. Okay, we're going to show y'all how we teach and how we get down. So Jarrell been in a lot of my classes, and the brother knows the laws too. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun. We're going to share this out, y'all. Please share, share, share. We are on X. Real Sabir Bey on X. Again, Real Sabir Bey on X. Once again, Real Sabir Bey on X. And Real Sabir Bey on the gram. REAL. Just Sabir Bey right there. So where we tuning in from, y'all? Let's go. My link is up. I'm waiting for my brother Jarrell to come to the cipher. But welcome to the Sabir Bey show, man. The day before the Sabbath. Let's go. And if I'm wrong, bring me your teachers.
All with it. Yeah. Sabir Bey. Truth don't play. Law history.
Did I tell him to go get the teachers?
Yeah. All with it. Yeah. Sabir Bey.
I'm so feeling you.
Truth don't play. Law, history, culture, hip hop. All with it. All with it. Yo, we in the cipher, light sparking through the veil. Truth in motion, let the ancestors inhale. From the Moorish courts to the cosmic scrolls, he decoding lies that been hidden in goals. Sabir B, the name ring through the booth. He break down laws and lace you with the proof. From Dr. Woods's text to the streets we roam, he bringing intellect right back to the throne. Oh, would it be Sabir B, building up minds, not breaking the youth. Hey, yo, truth don't sway. Be building up minds, law, history, culture, hip hop every day. Mic check. This ain't no fairy tale spin. He bringing Moorish law right back to your skin. Mind sharp like a blade from Kemet's forge. Blueprint solid. He the truth's own source. Cameras rolling. The wisdom broadcast. Facts hit hard. Never water the mask. Keep bridging the gap between the block and the scroll. That's intellectual combat. Food for the soul. Oh, would it be? From the Matrix to the Moorish way. Let's elevate. Oh, with it.
Let's go.
Flame, just the real update. We ain't talking about no surface knowledge. We talking history, law, sovereignty. The real blueprint that unlocks the chain. Ancient vibes through the mic and translate. Each broadcast opening up the gate. Pan-African mind with that Moorish spark. Guiding lost tribes through the global dark. No cap, this that Griot code in motion. Truth tsunami, pure mind ocean. So tune in, lock in, set your mental straight. It's a big beat show. Yeah, the vibe too great. Oh, with it be. The show. We building up minds, not breaking the youth. But yo, truth.
Hey, what's up, Jarrell? I don't think they're ready yet, bro. I don't think they're ready.
Peace.
This is going to be probably a short one, brother, but listen, I don't think they're ready for me, bro. I don't think so. I told you I can literally have a whole conversation just off of something I saw or somebody sent me, and I'm like, damn, we got to have these conversations. So I want y'all to strap in, strap up, and get your pens and pads to try to debunk what I'm saying, because I'm going to take y'all back in a second. My brother Jarrell is going to be co-hosting with me tonight, baby. So it's 9:53 over here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. But I'm so Philly, man. I'm so Philly. So please get these likes up, shares up. And while we doing this, I want y'all to read something I did back in 2003. And tell me, is this relevant today, brother? Tell me, is this relevant today? Let's go. Because no matter which way you try to dye your hair, look like somebody, you can never be them, bro. You better know the games. So let me know. That's a news article I wrote. I used to write this every week coming out my pocket and put them on people's cars to help people and to inform people of their rights. So let's go. Please share this out.
Most of my Latino and Black people who are
let's go. Hip hop history, my baby.
Most of my Latino and Black people who are struggling to get food, clothes, and shelter in the hood are so concerned with that philosophizing about freedom and socialist democracy is usually, unfortunately, beyond their rationale. They don't realize that America can't exist without separating them from their identity. Because if we had some sense of who we really are, there's no way in hell we'd allow this country to push its genocidal consensus on our homelands. This ignorance exists, but it can be destroyed. Niggas talk about change and working within the system to achieve that. The problem with always being a conformist is that when you try to change the system from within, it's not you who changes the system. It's the system that will eventually change you.
Run it back.
That is you, Freud. Niggas talk about change and working within the system to achieve that. The problem with always being a conformist is that when you try to change the system from within, it's not you who changes the system. System that will eventually change you. There is usually nothing wrong with compromising a situation, but compromising yourself in a situation is another story completely. And I have seen this happen long enough in the few years that I've been alive to know that it's a serious problem. Latino America is a huge colony of countries whose presidents are cowards in the face of economic imperialism. You see, third world countries are rich places, abundant in resources, and many of these countries have the capacity to feed their starving people and the children we always see digging for food and trash on commercials. But plutocracies, in other words, a government run by the rich, such as this one, and traditionally oppressive European states, force the third world into buying overpriced, unnecessary goods while exporting huge portions of their natural resources. I'm quite sure that people will look upon my attitude and sentiments and look for hypocrisy and hatred in my words. My revolution is born out of love for my people, not hatred for others. You see, most of Latinos are here because of the great inflation that was caused by American companies in Latin America. Aside from that, many are seeking a life away from the puppet democracies that were funded by the United States. Places like El Salvador, Guatemala, Peru, Colombia, Nicaragua, Ecuador, and República Dominicana. And not just Spanish-speaking countries either, but Haiti and Jamaica as well. As different as we have been taught to look at each other by colonial society, we are in the same struggle. And until we realize that, we'll be fighting for scraps from the table of a system that has kept us subservient instead of being self-determined. And that's why we have no control over when the embargo will stop in Cuba or when the bombs will stop dropping in Vieques. But you see, here in America, the attitude that is fed to us is that outside of America, there live lesser people. Fuck them, let them fend for themselves. No, fuck you. They are you. No matter how much you want to dye your hair blonde and put fake eyes in, follow an anorexic standard of beauty, or no matter how many diamonds you buy from people who exploit your own brutally to get them, no matter what kind of car you drive and what kind of fancy clothes you put on, you will never be them. They're always going to look at you as nothing but a little monkey. I'd rather be proud of what I am rather than desperately try to be something I'm really not, just to fit in. And whether we want to accept it or not, that's what this culture or lack of culture is feeding us. I want a better life for my family and for my children, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of millions of lives in my homeland. We're given the idea that if we didn't have these people to exploit, that America wouldn't be rich enough to let us have these little petty material things in our lives and basic standards of living. No, that's wrong. It's the business giants and the government officials who make all the real money. We have whatever they kick down to. My enemy is not the average white man. It's not the kid down the block or the kids I see on the street. My enemy is the white man I don't see. The people in the White House, the corporate monopoly owners, fake liberal politicians. Those are my enemies. The generals of the armies that are mostly conservative. Those are the real motherfuckers that I need to bring it to. Not the poor, broke country ass soldier that's too stupid to know shit about the way things are set up. In fact, I have more in common with most working and middle class white people than I do with most rich Black and Latino people. As much as racism bleeds America, we need to understand that classism is the real issue. Many of us are in the same boat, and it's sinking, while these bougie motherfuckers ride on the luxury liner. And as long as we keep fighting over kicking people out of the little boat we're all in, we're gonna miss an opportunity to gain a better standard of living as a whole. In other words, I don't want to escape the plantation. I want to come back, free all my people, hang the motherfucker that kept me there, and burn the house to the goddamn ground. I want to take over the encomienda and give it back to the people who work the land. You cannot change the past, but you can make the future. And anyone who tells you different is a fucking lethargic devil. I don't look at a few token Latinos and Black people in the public eye as some type of achievement for my people as a whole. Most of those successful individuals are just sellouts and house Negroes. But I don't consider brothers a sellout out of the ghetto. Poverty has nothing to do with our people. It's not in our culture to be poor. That's only been the last 500 years of our history. Look at the last 2,000 years of our existence and what we brought to the world in terms of science, mathematics, agriculture, and forms of government. You know, the idea of a confederation of provinces where one federal government controls the states? The Europeans who came to this country stole that idea from the Iroquois League. The idea of impeaching a ruler comes from an Aztec tradition. That's why Montezuma was stoned to death by his own people, because he represented the agenda of white Spaniards once he was captured, not the Aztec people who would become Mexicans. So in conclusion, I'm not going to vote for anybody just because they Black or Latino. They have to truly represent the community and represent what's good for all of us proletarians. Porque si no, entonces te mando pa'l carajo, cabrón, gusano, hijo de puta. Seremos libres pronto. ¡Viva la revolución! ¡Viva la revolución!
Ooh, damn. Hey, Jarrell, you know what's crazy? I ain't even have this song for that. I literally just pulled this song out as I'm on a live, getting ready. Honestly, because this is the way I operate, bro. My brain is crazy. So that was my brother Immortal Technique, right? And he said Montezuma was stoned. I told y'all the picture of Montezuma, showed y'all before, right? About who Montezuma was. He was stoned because he took the side of the white Spanish. All of your nigga politicians are going to get stoned too, bro. This is why they say keep Sabir away from this whole shit. This is not even prepared. I literally, how long ago I got off the phone with you, brother Jarrell?
Probably about what, 30 minutes ago, maybe less.
Yeah, less than 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So how the freak did I wind up getting this show together that goddamn fast and make this make sense? It take a nigga a couple of days to try to figure this out, but they be like, oh, I mean, what I'm gonna talk about? No, it's in my head. And some things I can't talk to people about. I can't even talk to Black people. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, you think I'm crazy. You think, what's his name? Terrence Howard is crazy, or Michael was crazy. Y'all think somebody that's all they do is read is crazy, nigga, because I'm a reading dude, bro. I can tell you what's in every law dictionary there is, bro. Every law dictionary, from Ballantyne's to Black's Law to Bouvier's, Black's Law, Ballantyne's, Bouvier's, Blackstone, and Barron's. Oh, should I repeat them books again? Black's Law, Ballantyne's, Bouvier's, Blackstone, Barron's, and Corpus Juris Secundum, America's Jurisprudence, Words and Phrases. Which one you want? Pick your poison. I told you I'm good at what I do. Shit. I'm good at what I do. So the intimidation thing is real, man. So I was on the phone with my brother Drew. I said, yo, man, you got to be a co-host with me, bro. Like, I want to, because there's a video I'm going to show y'all. But let me share this with you. And I want y'all to share this out. Hurry up. I did this article back then. I have, if you notice, there's a couple of these articles behind here, right? I used to do this every freaking week, bro. Every week I did a news article. And I'm going to tell you, I was hustling. I'm going to tell you something. I did it. Whatever y'all want to say, sold the crack shit, whatever, dude. It's fuck it. Can't use that against me. I did. But anywho, it was at my last point of me getting away from this. And I've been shot up in Philadelphia many, many times, people. I got bullets in me, brother, that I walk through a detective. Them niggas be like, what you got in your head, nigga? Bullet. It's sitting in my head. It's in the top of my head. I got a bullet sitting in my chest, a 38 slug in my chest. and a 38 slug in my head and 30-30 fragments in my leg from getting hit with a 30-30. But you know, when you get these wake up calls, brother, and things come and you just sometimes people ignore it. And no, I tried to grab the gun from the dude. I know that was stupid, but I don't tell nobody to do that, okay? Don't try to grab it, nigga. If you can get away, get away. I was the simple dude because I grew up around certain cats that was kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, man. So I was trying to grab the gun. That's why I got hit 5 times, right? So I used to, during my stages, man, like when my second son that passed away, Amir, I was like getting away from the streets. And I was like, yo, it's something else to this, man. It's something else to this. And I would write news articles every day, bro. Like, y'all have no idea how I used to fight. It's not City Hall, but it's the people that's inside City Hall in Philadelphia. So I was slowly but surely getting away from all of it. And I was going broke. Like literally, I might as well stay hustling, nigga. But I was going broke, putting stuff out like this with nobody backing me. Nobody was backing me. So if y'all pay attention, if you know how to read, you will actually see. That says September the 3rd, 2003. What was you doing in 2003? What was y'all doing in 2003? This, hey, look what somebody just asked me. Hey, look what somebody just asked me. Jarrell, you see that?
The statue that large.
Hold up. He said, do you know what that is? Come on, brother. He listen, is he trying to get something free from me? Is he? Because he obviously must not know who I am, do he? He must not know who I am. Hold up. He think I'm one of these dudes. Hold, let me take him on a journey real fast. See, when you can sit in the law library and do this, is all the books I had. So when you can sit in the law library and do something like this, then you get back with me and tell me. This is all the books I have with me. Now, I'm gonna help you out. This is in Philadelphia's law library. I just was in there again when I went back home. That's in Philadelphia Law Library. You see that? It's Bouvier's. You see this is the treaties. Let's go down Florida. And anybody ever watch my videos, you would know that I know what I know. This is all. This is what I do. So let me help them out for 1 second, for you don't understand, and ask me, do I knew something about statutes of law? Y'all be watching too many of these cats on YouTube, man. Too many of these dudes on YouTube. Oh my God, do you know the statutes? Let me help you out, brother. I've been studying this law thing for 29 years, brother. So ask me that question again. 29 years. This is me again. This is what I do when I'm in law libraries. And that's my laptop right there. So this is what I do. So for you to ask me something, do you know the statutes of large, brother? Do you know what corpus juris secundum is? Let me ask them that question. Do you know what jurisprudence is? And if you know it, hurry up and tell me what it. You can get on the feed. I can quote it real quick for you. Jurisprudence is the science or the philosophy of law, which treats the principles of positive law and legal relations. Jurisprudence is the science or the philosophy of law, which treats the principles of positive law and legal relations. A jurist is one who is versed or skilled in law, who is known by their writings or the laws of nations. How far you want me to go with this? You see the difference? I have nothing to do with the rest of those Moors. Those Moors is out of pocket. That's why KRS-One didn't want to talk to them. KRS-One said he wants me to do something on hip hop and the Moors, and he's going to pay me straight up. He said, I don't want those fanatic dudes that's over there. Nah, a lot of these, I'm gonna be a buck with you. If I'm wrong, share it to every Moor that you know. 99% of these Moors that you watch on social media is incorrect, bro. Trust me, that's why they get locked up and go to jail. Let me tell you a story before we get into this. I can't make this up. I was in Philadelphia, right? And I went to Philadelphia and I was there for 2.5 weeks. And I tell everybody they can meet me in the law library. It's only $50 an hour to rent a room in Philadelphia in this law library. $50 an hour. I told everybody they can put up $50 and we could be in there for an hour and bring in like 30 people. 30 people. That's Jenkins Law Library, right? In Philadelphia. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. That's Jenkins Law Library. You say Tahaka too? Yeah, Tahaka Bay too. You can send this to Tahaka Bay. Send it to all of them. Them niggas will whisper my name. So this is when I was in there. What day was that? 2/14/2023. That was the last. Oh, that was back then. I was in there recently too. And the thing about it, that was in Jenkins Law Library in Philadelphia. But this is, I did 2 classes in this law library in Atlanta. That's my son. I did two law classes inside this law library. This is called Emory Law Library in Atlanta. In Atlanta. So I've been doing this for a very, very long time. Right? So when I started doing this, really putting this work in, right, I did a lot of stuff. I attacked a lot. I used to go to the Criminal No Justice Center in Philadelphia, and they called me for jury duty, and I'm going to help y'all out. I went in there. They said, would you obey the judge? I said, no. I would. And they said, why wouldn't you? Right? Why would you listen to the judge? I said, I would deal with jury nullification. Y'all can look it up. Jury nullification. I'm going to help y'all out, okay? I keep trying to tell you I'm good at what I do. But if you're good at something, you're not supposed to do it for free. And this is what happens with these cats on social media. So whatever Moore said it, share this video to them right now. They can come on the feed. Okay? So jury nullification is that you deal with the facts in the law. Facts in law, right? And they got mad at me because I would not listen to the judge. Why should I listen to the judge when I know the law? Make that make sense, Jarrell. So the whole, it was like 5 of our people, and I could picture their face. It was like 3 sisters and 2 brothers, and they was getting mad at me, asking me why I wouldn't listen to the judge. I said because I would invoke jury nullification. So y'all can Google, unless Jarrell wants to look it up, and have y'all look it up. Jury nullification. Jury nullification. I'm going to help y'all out. You deal with facts and law. So I get a letter in the mail later on. This is when I was living in Philly. So I've been in California for 15 years. All right, 16 years now. But that's how long it's been. I get a letter when I was living in Philly that I was disqualified for jury duty. Yeah. I didn't have to say no religion. I just said, no, I wouldn't listen to the judge. Now, I know that may be hard for some of y'all because I don't give a fuck, nigga. I was radical back then. I was radical. So jury nullification, if you want to get out of jury duty, just tell them you deal with jury nullification. And let me say this to some of you cats, because something that Joey said, and I would love to sit with Joey on this. He made, and I'm going to play the video. He was talking about jury of your peers. Now, your peers are basically people who know you, your neighbors. That's a jury of your peers, right? Not even necessarily
Character witnesses.
Yeah, like a character. They use slick words like character witnesses and stuff like that. No, it's people who know you, who speaks for you or speak up for you. Now they call them character witnesses. But the jury of your peers are people who know you. But your peers per se would really be Moors or whoever, you know what I mean? Like, but they say who knows you. That's what a peer is supposed to be. Now, if I'm wrong, bring me your best attorney. I can go head to head with them. I could do this 24 hours, 7 days a week with an attorney. Bring me the best. Trust me, I'm good, right? So that's what jury of your peers are. So if you think that I'm playing, you can go online and see I was talking to an attorney in Texas. That's his bar card. They're not licensed lawyers, bro. You can't find me a licensed lawyer. That's me holding the dude's bar card. Now, I know some of them going to get mad and say, well, what's your point, Sabir? What's your point? I'm just letting you know that I really talk to these people. That's your bar card. A bar card. Attorney and a lawyer is 2 different things. 2 total different things. 2 total different things. If I'm wrong, check me. So, I'm in Philadelphia. I went back home about a month ago, I believe it was. And I stayed there for 2.5 weeks in Philly. But my man is a judge in Philadelphia now. His name is Judge Alvin Ross. Ross, you can look him up. I'm gonna show you who he is. Now you think I'm lying. I'm giving y'all, and Jay, I want you to look it up and see if I'm lying. That guy right there. This is City Hall behind me. Look up this judge in Philadelphia in the Criminal Justice Center, Alvin E.L. Alvin Ross. I think he's a junior, if I'm not mistaken. Look him up. Let me explain something to y'all. And I'm going to go into this Morris piece for a minute. I was in his courtroom for 3 days. I went into this man's courtroom for 3 days. Like the whole time I was there for 2.5 weeks. And I want somebody to look him up to make me out of a liar and see if his picture comes up. And I'm going to share with you what he said to me when we went to go eat. See, I'm not into politics. I don't need to be an attorney and don't want to be an attorney. You got to be corrupt to be one of them motherfuckers, nigga.
Facts.
You got to be corrupt. Did somebody look him up yet? Stop typing Mr. Nobody and look up what I just told you. Sometimes you might not have been the person that paid attention in school. So y'all should pay attention. I told you, look him up. I told you, facts over feelings. Somebody look him up and tell me, could you look him up? Because Jarrell, so people think I'm lying. So let me
say the name was again?
Alvin, Judge Alvin Ross.
Okay.
Brother, stop talking about what Yusef is doing, brother. Pay attention. You send this to brother Yusef, okay? Send this to brother Yusef, okay, right now. Whoever this Yusef guy is that watch videos, and I know where they watch their videos from. And this is what it is with people, a lot of Moors. They watching Todd videos and interpreting what Todd says. This is the weird part. So you can send this to whoever this dude is, Yusef, that's in Texas, okay? Send this to him and tell him to come on the feed with me. Did anybody on Instagram look it up? Judge Alvin Ross. I'm gonna explain to you what he said this day, and it was crazy. That's how I looked when I went in the courtroom. It was weird as hell. I was in his courtroom for like 3 cases, right? 3 times. Thank you, family. Oh, you thought I was playing? So that's his picture, right? That's him, right? So let me tell you about him. He was in law school. He used to live across the street from me. And he went to Texas, I think it was TSU. And he called me one time. I never forget he called me. This was a while ago. He probably don't even remember. It was weird as hell. He called me, he was in law school, said he wished I was there. Right? So I happened to come back to Philadelphia. And when I came to Philly, I went in his courtroom. And when I went in his courtroom, they thought I had a case. It was weird as hell. I said, why, nigga? Because I got a tease. Yeah. Right? I'm saying, why do they think I got a case, nigga? Because I'm coming dressed like this. So he says, oh, that's my famous friend, my neighbor. This is what he said. Now, the whole time is in there, they had these this lady, I think she was a prosecutor, and she had her children and her friend's child inside the court. So as we leave in the court, he said, yo, Sabir, where you want to eat at? He wanted to take me to an Italian restaurant called Maggiano's, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. It's right down the street from the Criminal Justice Center. I said, no, I don't eat meat, bro. I said, let's go to this vegan spot. So the vegan spot we at is called Hip City Veg. That's where we sat down and ate at. It's on Broad Street. It's called Hip City Veg. So we sitting there, and he said, do you teach law classes? Thank you, family, because I don't even know, because I don't eat out of there. But he said, do you be giving law classes on this? I said, yeah, from time to time I give classes, I give civics classes. And he said, do you be getting paid? I said, man, people be acting like they broke. Yo, we were joking because we know each other, right? So we going back and forth. I said, nigga, they act like they broke. They only call me when they get in trouble. That's what I told him. So he brought up something about sovereignty. This is the crazy part. I don't know if I told you this, Jarrell. We in the elevator, and he said it was a Moor that was in his courtroom. This is the weirdest thing. And he had his clerk with him. He said, oh, this is my man. He would say, this is my man, Sabir. This boy know the law, right? So we in the elevator, and he said, oh, it's nice to meet you, da-da-da. So he brought up sovereignty, sovereign citizen. I said, Al, it's no such thing as sovereign citizens. It's only sovereign people. And I said, I'm on my way to the law library. I'm going to take a picture when I get to Jenkins, and I'm gonna text it to you. So he told me there was a Moor in his courtroom, and this is why I want y'all to be very careful about some of these Moors who does these videos and then they disappear, right? Disappear. I am a lawyer. They're not lawyers. I'm a lawyer. There's a difference between a lawyer and an attorney. I just told you what it was. Pay attention, people. I'm a jurist. Let me put it up here so you can go look it up. And if you got something from this, hope you pass the plate. I'm a jurist. I'm not an attorney. There's a two total difference. Attorney is a Latin term, which means to turn over, to transfer, to turn over, transfer. That's what a term means. I'm a jurist. Look it up, Jurist. One who is versed or skilled in law. And if you're getting something free, nobody for this, brother, do something, okay? So we in the elevator, and he's telling me that, you know, he kept giving his Moor the opportunity to change his plea or something. Like he's a fair dude. He was like, yo, man, I'm trying to get his dude, you know, he kept saying he was sovereign. And this is the mistake that most people make because they are watching these videos. Even Brother Taj, I told you, nobody's off the hook, but they listen to Taj on these videos, and Taj is not a person to explain things to people. You notice you never can interact with Taj, if y'all know that, right? When he's live, you're interacting with me. So now when people are watching this, they believe that's what it is, or they watching a video from 25 years ago, if that makes sense. So not on a consistent basis, like I can explain these things to people. So he's telling me this story about, and if any attorney is on his feed, feel free to come on here, because I'm gonna show you how I am. Please, any attorney that's watching, please, I beg of you. I beg of you. Okay, so as we in the elevator, he's telling me about this dude, and he locked him up. See, this is the key they don't tell people, brother Jarrell. They lock these niggas up, right? But they don't come back and tell people this is what they did. So people are literally paying $3,000-$4,000 for paperwork. So me and him, he's asking me, do I give civics classes? That's what he asked me. Now, I could have been a judge in Philadelphia. I don't know if you know that or not, but I'm gonna help you out. You think I'm playing? I'm gonna show you something, bro. And I'm gonna show you what kind of judge I could have been. Give me 1 second. See, nobody wants to have this conversation with me. Now, I'm gonna show you, and you can look every last one of these things up if you think that I'm lying. So let me explain this to you. I don't know how it is now, but when I was living in Philly, I could have been in Title 42, Title 75, Title 18 of the PA Codes. Now, if I wanted to be a minor judiciary judge, that's what I could have studied. It's a whole lot behind it, B, but it's a whole lot more titles than this. If you think I'm looking up, look up Title 42 and tell me what it is. Look up Title 75, tell me what it is, and look up Title 18, and then you tell me what it is. I can tell you what every last one of them are. So I choose not to be that because I understood the corruption. See, y'all don't understand what I truly know. Now, if I wanted to sell people, I could sell you out and go over there and get major pay, but that wouldn't sit right with me. So he was asking me, do I give civics classes? I said, sure. And I could do it anywhere. I was always against that. It's not necessarily the building. So that's our city hall in Philadelphia. That's our city hall. So his name is Judge Alvin Ross. And you see my brother just looked it up for y'all. And you will literally see his face right there. He went to law school. Do you know how many people I helped that went to law school? Did I choose not to go to law school? I didn't want to go there because I am the law and understand how this thing go. That's why when I wrote these articles back then, I was way before my time. Way before my time. Way before my time. So he was asking me that day, why don't I do civics classes? He remembers the days, bro, when I used to actually write articles. When I was writing these articles, he might be looking at this laughing right now. He remembered the days that I was doing stuff like this. That was in 2003. Show me somebody that can go back that far and had news articles. I had articles that was talking about slaves, slaves are liars, the slaves, and I had a whole lot of stuff. I used to do this every week coming out my pocket with nobody funding me. I was telling people about the color of law. I was telling people about the United States. I was telling you about all of this back then with no support. And I still don't get the support. That's the crazy part. After 2003 to now, I'm still don't get the support. So why am I saying this? I watched a video with Joey Molino, my brother Joey Molino. Most of y'all may not know him because y'all not from Philadelphia. But if y'all watching the Mob Wars, you probably would see him. Let me show you. You may see him in the Mob Wars right there. That's Joey right there. Skitty Joey. That's my brother, right? He was my baby brother. That's Goldie. One Punch. Little Snuff. This is when I went back home to Philadelphia. I was like, damn. And you know the funny part about this? I said, I don't even give a damn who's taking pictures, nigga. I don't care who's taking pictures, nigga. Right? So this is just me because I'm Philly all day. So that was us when I went back to Philadelphia. And I'm going to show you something else. Give me another one. You asked me all these questions, brother. This ain't the Ask Sabir Bey questions. You could jump on the feed, though. You can ask me. This is my brother Joey. I think this was 2 days before I was going to leave. I went back down there, and they gave me a shirt. But I don't eat steak. But I was trying to get them to say, yo, get vegans down there, bro. So go watch that thing, Mob Wars, man. Let me tell you about Mob Wars, man. That motherfucker, and these are niggeros. Those are niggas, people. Italians are Negroes. And by the last names, Marlinos is the southern part. Anything with the Marlino, the Tellos, that's the southern part of Italy. But he's Philly. So Joey, if you watch that thing, that fake stuff they got on Netflix, Joey is in there. The Mob, it's called Mob Wars on Netflix. And it was funny because Joey said something in that movie, because I remember the restaurant on Grace Ferry. I remember the restaurant that was on Grace Ferry, and we used to in the 90s we used to have our own thing going on in South Philly, and it was a scene in the movie. I don't know if you saw. Did you see it? Did you see it, Jarrell? I'm explaining.
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, remember the part when they went into the restaurant and they shot the dude at night?
Yeah,
and they tried to say it was the Young Turks. They thought it was talking about with Joey them, and Joey said, "Oh, they didn't say that they got found out guilty on that. It wasn't them." Right. So it's weird how they try to dress things up. Like when you don't know, like I said, yo, I gotta sit with Joe. Right. So this is the thing. Niggas ain't built like that today, bro. These niggas tell at the drop of a dime. I don't trust none of these niggas. Niggas be like, I'm gonna lock you up for 3 days. What you want to know? I can tell what color drawers Sabir got on. That nigga got on purple drawers, nigga. Niggas are telling a heartbeat. So you can't even trust these dudes out here today. That's niggas talk too much, man. So that era of real dudes not talking, even though you had snitches, and we used to have a thing called snitches get stitches, right? So you don't even have them type of dudes, but Joey is a real dude, real cat. And one thing he said when his boy got killed, when they shot him, it's part of the game, man. You don't go tell you. It's part of the game. You know what you're getting into. So just like when you do a crime, you don't snitch, my nigga, because you know what you do. You know what you're getting into. I've been blessed to escape a lot of stuff and never snitched on nobody. I've been in shootouts when niggas was in the hospital with me, and I never snitched. That's not my MO, bro. I don't care which way y'all look at it. That's not my MO. That's not how I am. So this is the real deal. So I'm watching this video with him and Wallo. Let me see if I can find that video. It was him on a show. Let me see if I can pull that up. I want you to hear something. That's not it. Come on, man. Where's that video at? Don't tell me I didn't put it up here. Shoot, I might have to. Hold up. I'm gonna have to go back and send it to myself again. I'm gonna have to get off the gram for a minute. Give me 1 second. I thought I put it up here. I gotta send it to myself again. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I gotta get off X real quick. Cause I texted to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see if I can find it. So y'all can see. Cause they was on there talking about it was talking about the RICO law. Give me 1 second. Damn, I don't know how. Man, I be doing too much, man. Too much. I need a team or something, bro. Or I just need somebody to be like, yo, man, I got you, homie. Okay, let's see. We can go back. Let's see. We can go back on X real quick. Oops. Oh, we got to start back X all over again. So let me go here. And he had Wallo on the show. So I want to share something with you. He had brother Wallo on the show. So let me cue this up real fast. One minute. And the wild part is they was talking about the RICO law. And it's something else that Joey said in here that made sense, and I explained it earlier. So let me pull this up. This is the video. So let's cue it up.
Reading outside of the law, you don't understand, especially now with the young kids now. They don't know nothing how they can hit you with the RICO based off of you because you naming yourself as a gang.
Yeah.
Now they slide the RICO in on you, and everybody fucking done because I didn't know, like, hold up, criminal conspiracy. What the fuck is that?
Right.
Then you start reading what that mean. You're like, hold up. So you mean to tell me that if I know somebody and they did something and I don't report it to you, I'm conspiring with them?
Yeah.
And the level, the like, you don't even have to prove nothing. You don't have to prove that much to say that. And then you mean to tell me when I go to trial, it's not nobody from Philly in my trial. You got people from middle Pennsylvania.
Fucking Lackawanna County.
Middle Pennsylvania.
Lackawanna County.
That's the jury that don't understand the mechanics of my environment.
Right.
Oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Well, it's supposed to be a jury of your peers.
That's dead.
People like you, it's dead.
No.
I have motherfuckers, I don't know where they're from.
We would like to thank you for watching. Head on over to Patreon for.
Now, you heard what he said, right? So I said, imagine if I was in his room, we would, you know how much stuff that we can get done, bro, if I was there, like what we can do, seriously. So a jury of your peers are people who know you, right? Then he was talking about the RICO law. Do you know I did a newspaper talking about the RICO law? Did y'all know that? How many people knew I did it? And I'm gonna show you how the municipalities are basically organizations. Let me show you. To show you how far back I go with this. Give me 1 second. Y'all can jump in the feed if you like. So let me show you something. So I'm gonna take y'all back to 2001 to show you how long I've been battling with these people, ungodly. Again, I don't know if these people are afraid to have this conversation with me. I don't even know, Jarrell. But back then, I did speak on the RICO law. Let me show you. This is what I did. This was my newspaper. It says jurisprudence. So I told you what jurisprudence was, right? So hold up. What's going on with my computer? Okay. So jurisprudence is the science or the philosophy of law. Is it up there? Oh, there you go. Damn, what is going on with my computer? Oh, y'all, hey, Jarrell, they starting to act it up. They starting to act up, bro.
Oh, damn.
So jurisprudence is the science or the philosophy of law which treats the principles of positive law and legal relations. Right? That's what I did back then. I put it in the newspaper, right? Why did I do that? Because what I was doing, I was talking about how the city was stealing people's property. Now, and I'm walk y'all through this history on why I did what I did, okay? So the so-called public hearing took place in 3/27/2001. Now, if you're from Philly, you already know what I'm talking about. To address the livestock program, which has never been enacted into law. This is what it was. Only under the color of law, fictional. This is what I wrote. This was my whole newspaper battling these people for years with nobody backing me. So why would I keep going out my way for people? So this is what I was talking about. What I just say? People by intimidation. What did I just tell y'all about intimidation earlier? Intimidation. Did y'all see the book I was talking about? Did you see the book I told you to get? Hold on, let me see if I can find the book. Bear with me. I'm gonna show you what's in my crazy Gemini brain. So it's by intimidation, right? So let me go and show you the book I was talking about, Intimidation. I told everybody, if you get a chance, get this book, Winning Through Intimidation. Nigga, where do you get this information from? Winning by intimidation. Winning through intimidation. Okay? So imagine me back in that time, at that time, battling these people in the city. Where was my head at back then, battling these people? I had to know something to put a newspaper together like this and then talk about intimidation and violence, right? Then I spoke about the federal RICO law. Let me explain this, how this works. Any organization, if you look up a municipality is an organization, people. Y'all act like y'all can't beat these people. You can. You just don't have the attorneys that's willing to do it. You can get them under the RICO law. That's what Joey was saying. But I was like, I'd have been like, you can get them under the RICO law, right? You can get the police department because the police department, the local police department, look it up. Do you have the law dictionary next to you, brother Jarrell?
Yep, got it right in front of me.
Look up municipality. Watch this. Look up organization too. I'm gonna show you how this works, okay? I'm dead serious. And any attorney want to try me, come on, do your best, baby. Because one thing I know is that facts can be researched, analyzed, and proven. Facts can be researched, analyzed, and proven. Facts can be researched, analyzed, and proven.
Yeah.
Now,
I got municipality right here. A legally incorporated or duly authorized association of inhabitants of limited area for local governmental or other public purposes. A body politic created by the incorporation of the people of a prescribed locality invested with subordinate powers of legislation to assist in the civil government of the state and to regulate and administer local and internal affairs of the community.
now go to organization. So all of them it's an organization. It's a business. Bear with me. So I'm battling these people back then, telling people you can get them because they was taking people's property, right, as a gang. And a police officer, I will never forget this in Philadelphia, right? I got stopped on, I can remember these days, man. I got stopped on 22nd and St. Albans Street in Philadelphia. And one cop was on this side, the other one was on this side. The dude walks up on this side, and I leaned over to the dude that was on this side saying, you conspiring with him over here. Like, I used to do some crazy radical stuff, bro. He's conspiring. You got to use the words, the lingo. You got to use the lingo. You can't make up what you want. You have to use the lingo. So I was telling them that you inspiring to do with him. And y'all think this is law. It's not law. Go ahead.
Yep. Organization, as term is used in commercial law, includes a corporation, government or governmental subdivision or agency, business, trust, estate, trust, partnership, or association, two or more persons having a joint or common interest, or any other legal or commercial entity.
So let me help y'all out. You think I'm playing? Y'all want to try me? You want to try me? Let me help y'all out how this works, right? So all this I was going through, going through the process, like It was times that I got locked the hell up too. I ain't gonna lie, but I never stopped because if you lock me up, I'm gonna educate everybody in the cell because I don't watch people's videos. It really was no YouTubes like that, bro. YouTube came around what time frame? When did YouTube come? Talk to me. Was it in 2001, 2002, 2003? When did YouTube come on the scene? When did it come? You don't get it? So when I was doing this, I'm literally like, yo, family, like y'all don't want it? Tell me when YouTube came on the scene.
Oh, damn. It's a 2005.
Nigga. So if I was doing this in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, then what you thought this was something new that I'm doing? No. This is before y'all are digital. I was analog with it. So it was hands-on with me, bro. I'm literally like writing newspapers and like, yo, we got to get this to the masses. Nobody was giving me thousands of dollars, bro. Let me take y'all there. Hold up. Let me help you out, bro. Just in case they don't know how this works. Let me show you the front part of the newspaper. And I still got the beat up version of it. Look at this. It says 2003, all rights reserved. And look what it says. Why are so-called Black Americans confused about their American Indian and more connection? So all this money they giving these Indian cats and these people, Negro, what have they produced with it? Think about it. What have they given to the people to free the people? So when you see me act the way I'm acting when I'm live, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know how I came out my pocket with this. So I take whoever you think is that great on YouTube, I'll take the money from them. I'll take their money if you sit in the room with me. Trust me. Let me tell you something, bro. Like, this is real rap, bro. This is when you say, he said you went through hell and back. Yeah, I went through the hellfire. Yeah, with no help. Not like these cats that got help. They got AIs, they got the internet, they got all this stuff now, right? So this is the back part of my newspaper where it says editor Sabir Bey. That was the newspaper. So we had to give the people this information. So coming from one sheet of paper, I went into the newspaper. And from the newspaper, I went into radio. That's how I got into radio. Because I said it has to be another way that we can get this information. And I went broke literally doing all of this. Literally went broke. I paid $350, brother, a week. My co-host Shafiq left me. This is me on WRD. I never stopped. That's me right here. That's my co-host. So from the news article to the newspaper to this, you would think I have more to show. No, I have the knowledge. Yes, no doubt. That's why you can drop me off and I can explain it to you. Right? So I was taking it to the radio after that. And this is the other radio station I used to work at. So this is the work. This is what goes into it. Blood, sweat, and tears. And I would go to the radio, pay my money to be on the radio and give this information to people that attorneys supposed to be giving y'all. Not Sabir. I don't supposed to be giving this to you. Your politicians supposed to be doing this. Not me. So if you think that I sound bitter with it, it's not that I'm bitter at all. I just want y'all to understand I know the fakeness and I know the real deal. That's why you don't see me on their platforms. They will keep putting these people because y'all was sending their information to these people. Let's bring them on the Breakfast Club. Let's bring them on Black. Let's bring them on. Let's get them over here. No, they don't want real talk. I keep telling y'all, I'm good. So this is real time at 10:42. Okay, let's move forward. So when they was doing what they was doing to people, what I was doing, I said, yo, you know what? I'm going to get these people. Let me give you an example, bro. Now, I wasn't living in Philly at this time. I wasn't in Philly. I moved out to California in 2009. What they was doing in Philadelphia, bro. Can't make this up. You tell me if this is not RICO. I'm going to explain these things to you. And honestly, if y'all really study the parking meters, in certain states, parking meters are privately owned. Privately owned. You can Google it. So let me explain these things to y'all that y'all probably don't know. I don't know what you know, but the parking meters are rented to the cities. The cities rent the parking meters, right? Just bear with me. If y'all confused on Instagram, let me know. If y'all want me to explain it to you like I'm talking to my 6-year-old daughter. So parking meters are probably owned, right? You can look it up. So parking meters, people getting parking tickets. I used to always say this, Jarrell. Parking is an action word. Am I right or wrong? It's an action word.
Right.
It's an. I mean, come on, y'all. Where we at? Because I know some smart people on this feed just sitting here trying to scratch their head. Well, I'm trying to figure out what are you talking about. Parking is an action word, right? Now, I did classes on all of this, people. Y'all, if y'all want me to set it up in your city, we can do it in your city too. Y'all can get ready to come back to my classes. But anywho, parking is an action word. Nobody should have a parking ticket, but they know that you don't know. That just makes sense. They know that you don't know, and they use that intimidation and that fear factor on you. You know what we used to do in Philadelphia? I don't know how they do it now. You know what we used to do? They used to put a boot on our car. We used to get a ratchet and take that motherfucker off and throw that joint, nigga. We cool, nigga. You got to be crazy, nigga. Get rid of this motherfucker, nigga, and change our tags. Who told you to put a boot on my car? We'll get into that. I know y'all scared. Y'all probably wouldn't do that. Hey, brother, stop asking me about tolls, brother. You want to toll me? You want to put some tolls in my Zelle? You want to put some tolls in my Cash App? I have a Cash App right there. It's $ Sabir Bey Radio. Right there. Sabir Bey Radio. I answer all your questions. If you drop a couple of hundred in Cash App, I do have a Zelly just in case you don't have a Cash App. I do have a PayPal just in case you don't have a Zelly. And I do have a Chime just in case you don't have a PayPal. Did that make sense? And I have an Apple Pay. Nigga said, what about the tolls? Go ask your politicians that. That's not my job. That's not my job. I'm giving you too much already. So no one should have a parking ticket or paying for a parking ticket because it's an action word. Can I tell you the word that it should be? Now, if I'm wrong, this is not semantics. This is not pun. And I'm a smart ass Philadelphia dude. Okay. So it should say for the parking of the car. Sounds much better, don't it? For the parking of the car, not parking ticket, because you're already parked. Damn, I think I'm going to get off of here. This is why everybody ran down here in Philadelphia. Nearly 10 million forgiven during Philly parking ticket amnesty. I said, wait a minute. Who you see in this line, bro? Who do y'all see in this line?
Our people.
Ooh, our people, bro, nigga. It's our people, right? So, who is coming to our people's help to help them? But let me tell you the catch to this, just in case they never told y'all this. But they said, wow, nearly 10 million was forgiven. How you going to forgive 10 million, right, for parking? About 2 million was collected. Let me tell you what they did with that 2 million. Y'all ready? I told y'all I used to deal with this for the longest, man. This is corruption, brother. Let me tell you what they did. So what they have done, right? They just went into you know the statute of limitation is 7 years. I don't know if you know that or not. Did y'all know? Did y'all know that the statute of limitation is 7 years? No, I can't make this up. You want to see something else? Before what? 2013. Look what it says. If you agreed to pay any fine from 2013, right, to the present, you see this? So the payment plans are here. So let me explain to y'all how this works. What year was this when they did this? What year was 2018. Now they said 2013, right? Right? So that's about 6 or 7 years, right? So around that time frame. So the statute of limitation was coming. Bear with me. I need y'all to follow me. Is everybody all right? So the statute of limitation, it's coming. They said in 2013. So they have to get you before the 7 years statute of limitation to do what? Do anybody know? Keep trying to tell you what they do. They pay people big money for this. Why do you think they had to get you before that 7 years? Told you this conversation is what they don't want to have. You don't want this conversation. Not with this guy. I lived it. So I was doing all this, man. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Niggas will actually set up a payment arrangement around Christmas time, nigga, just to get that G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. That was a dry ass joke, though. So they have to get you to get it before the 7 year statute of limitation. Statute of limitation, 7 years, right? So what they do, they got you for another 7 years. When you do the same dumbass shit, they got your car again. Duh.
Renew the contract.
Yo, but this is the thing. You renewed the contract. Shit crazy, right? It's crazy. Think about it for a minute. What I just tell you? We don't think, man. So when they used to see me coming, they got mad at me. They be like, here he come. This motherfucker. Here you go. He's throwing a monkey wrench in the program. So when I was on radio at WRD, there were sheriffs on there. It was Sheriff Green at the time. Malik, I think it was Malik Zulu Shabazz. I think he's running the sheriff department now. That corrupt nigga. He's a Muslim. Tariq. His name is Tariq, I think. Tariq. He used to have a beard, you know, the dye in his beard type niggas, them dudes. It was him. So I knew all the attorneys. I knew the corruption. I knew all of it. So they would see me come and get mad as hell at me. Mad, bruh. So all these people was on the radio station when I was working there. Sheriffs, politicians, all of them. And I would come into the studio with a white V-neck t-shirt on with gray sweatpants on. That's how I used to roll. And they'd be like, this is before cameras started coming in the studio. And they was trying to figure out who I was. What school did he go to? So once they knew what school, how many degrees you have, they know how to control you. If that makes sense. Now they could probably tell y'all that's not true, but I can prove it. So you can get them under the RICO law. That was my whole point back then. But if you consent to this, then they can't do anything. You dig me? So they don't have to do it when you already consented to it. But there's another catch to this. A minor can't give consent. I don't understand the elements of a contract, my nigga. Ain't that funny?
Yo, I'm telling you, because the traffic court, if the minor's there, the parent got to be there, so the parent can consent on their behalf.
I told you what I could have studied if I wanted to be a traffic court judge. Title 75, Title 42, Title 18. I could have been a minor judiciary judge. I just choose not to because it's corruption. And this is the thing about people that don't understand me, man. Like, y'all don't really realize the real people who pay dues. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm waiting for somebody to come and debunk what I'm saying. You can't do it. Just get mad, right? So let me show you something else. Oh, this is a book I tell you. Did I send this to you? I was in a law library. This book right here. Did you get this? Analyzing Law's Reach. That motherfucker crazy. Hold up. That motherfucking book is crazy.
No.
I do have. Oh, I gotta charge people for it, man. I'm sorry. So I do have it. That motherfucker will help you. But your mind has to be there, though, bro. Your mind literally has to be there. It has to be there to understand what's going on. So my brain is wired. It's inside the law. It's in law libraries. I can tell you all about these laws and how they did it. It's called analyzing laws. So let me show you something else. So I'm gonna pull up two things. Give me 1 second. There is a difference between, now this is from my Bouvier's Law Dictionary. Let me show you something. And I bet you never saw this in a Black's Law Dictionary. It's not in there. I bet you pull out any Black's Law Dictionary, you ain't gonna find this term. Give me 1 second. But this is attorney puts it. You ain't gonna. His attorney in fact will be in there though. Attorney in fact, a person whom the authority or of another who is called a constituent, right? But then it goes here. Let me see if I can blow this one up. All persons who are capable of acting. This is from Bouvier's, my old Bouvier's. Acting. This is not going to be in Black's Law Dictionary. Not at all. Good luck trying to find it because it's not in there. So all persons who are capable of acting for themselves, and even those who are disqualified for acting in their own capacity, if they have sufficient understanding as an infant. Hold on. You won't find this one in the law dictionary, in Black's Law, Ballantyne, you won't find it in no Black's Law Dictionary. None of them. None. But then it tell you attorney at law is an officer of the court. That's called a conflict of interest. It's a conflict. Yes, it is. Sorry, but it is. I'm not even sorry. So they don't tell people these types of things. So you can fix the problem. You're just talking to the wrong people. Now you can take that and take a picture and see if you can find it in Black's Law Dictionary. And I guarantee you won't find it there. It's not going to be in there. Nope. That's the law dictionary. So let me go to another page inside this law book, Molly. So, 1 second. Attorney in fact. An attorney at law. So when you're at something, you're at it. You're not in it. You're at it. Like you being at the door. And this is not semantics, nor is this pun. It's not semantics nor pun. And I guarantee you, these cats, whoever, what more that y'all talking to, don't really show you none of these things. Tell them to get it from Title 31. Come on, man. That's all y'all know. Come on, babe. Don't do that to yourself, brother. Share this to the person who you said is try to give law classes. I'm almost finished. So look, anybody on here from Pennsylvania or any state, I tell everybody they should get their motor vehicle law book of your state. Everybody should have your motor vehicle law book of your state. Everybody. I have New Jersey's is 39. I have California's, and Philadelphia is 70. Pennsylvania is 75. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay. So let me help y'all out with this real quick before I go. And every state has it's like this in every state. All right. This is called a registration card. Everybody believes that they actually own their car. In reality, you don't. This is a registration card. 1 second. Let's pull this up. This is a registration card for the record. All right. When you look here where it says, I hereby acknowledge this day I have received notice of the provision of section 3709 of the vehicle code. Can you see that in the Jarrell? Make sure everybody can see it.
Yep.
Okay. Now pull yours out. Damn, I ain't got no more juice. I thought I had more juice. Okay. Okay. So this is a registration card. So let me say, this is some of these mores. Don't try to do this because you're going to hurt yourself, okay? And then try to sell it to somebody. So that's a registration card, right? So how many people know what 3709 is? And if you're from Pennsylvania, y'all should really read it Y'all should read your registration. And most people sign it and don't even realize what they're signing. Ain't that crazy? They sign it, don't even know why they signing it. And they say license and registration, please. So what is 3709? Let's go. Let's blow it up so we can go to 3709 of the PA codes. Okay. $3709, depositing waste and other material on a highway and property waters. Nigga, what does that have to do? Somebody help me out. Somebody call 911 and tell me what that got to do with you owning your car. But you did sign it and say that you was dealing with commercial. This is all commercial. You should not throw anything into the Commonwealth. Rubbish, none of this, metals, dangerous. You should not throw none of that inside the Commonwealth. That sounds like a what do you call it, trash truck? Trash truck, right? Or a pickup truck that dumps things, right? It sounds commercial, don't it?
Yep.
All right. But do you see how I give back to people? I give back. And I can sit here and do I can literally do a 24-hour lecture, no matter where, to explain this and have all the attorneys in the room. Nothing to do with your car. So let me show y'all in Pennsylvania, the book. This is the Pennsylvania codes right here. Bear with me now. Everybody has their own Pennsylvania codes. I told you that. Everyone has their own. This is Pennsylvania right here, the PA codes, 75. Remember, I told you I could have been a judge, a minor judiciary judge, 75, 42, and 18. This is it right here. This is the PA codes. It's too much reading, though, bro. There's too much reading. There's too much reading. We want me to read all this, bro? Look, 3709. There it is. You click on it. See it again? I took you to the book. Now here it is. Ain't got to do with you owning your car, my G. Nothing to do with you owning your car. But if you consent to it, then they got you. And it's like that in every state. So what I would do, I put a lien against my truck, just for the record. I had a lien against my truck. But that's a whole nother story. That's going to cost y'all a couple $1,000. Yeah. So you can get these people. You definitely can get them. Let me do this real quick. If y'all want this video, I did a video in 2003. Was it 2003? Let me see what year this was. If you would like, 2003. If you like to order this video, you can definitely email me. I can send this video to you. Remember, YouTube came out 2005. So all this information I've been saying back then, this is 2000. This is 2-hour long video. This was on VHS. Can't make this up, bro. But y'all can order it. Looky here. 2003. Look at that, boy. God damn. 2003. VHS. We had house phones, my nigga. And I had cornrows in my head. So I think I'm done. But listen, y'all, we can fix these problems. We can get these people. We definitely can get these people. Okay. If you want to get this video and analyzing the law, please email me. Okay. That's a video from 2003. It's 2 hours long. Okay. So I do got to get ready to go, brother. I'm like kind of tired. You know, I want to shout out to my Philly family. Shout out to Little Snuff and Joey Molino. Shout out to those brothers, man. Again, man, let's have these conversations. Spread this, man. Spread the word and stop letting these fake Moors play y'all. If you want to spend $3,000, you might as well send $3,000 over here. Okay. Yo, what's up with my YouTube? Because facts can be researched, analyzed, and proven, people. Okay. And that's what I deal with, facts, not feelings. All right, let me close out. One second. And if, again, you want to reach out to me, I'm going to put my email back up here again. Fact check everything that I'm talking about. Get those videos, and I do have a Q&A video I did also. Hold up. Let's do this. Let's see what we can pull up. Because this is Hip Hop History Month. So we got to close out with hip hop, y'all. All right. Give me 1 second. You're a miracle, baby. Come on, Parker, baby. Never told you what. Hip hop history. Hear it out. Whole clap concept.
I woke up realizing I am a miracle. Starting with the umbilical cord, I'm a miracle. Forget whatever I can afford. Even spitting it all, that's a miracle. 30 years, KRS-One, how we still hearing you? Yo, it's a miracle, no, not just my lyricals. My data is empirical when it comes to these miracles. Within the miracle, I am the miracle. I am the pinnacle, never pitiful. See, that's the typical, deep mystical, meta and physical, rational and spiritual, mind over material. I am the miracle, say it with me. I am the miracle. Wipe away the doubt, the disbelief, and the fear in you. Project your mind down the line about a year or two. See yourself pursuing it and doing what you here to do. You are the miracle. Yes, you are the miracle. You get what you expect. See 1,000 people cheering you. You are the miracle. You and I are miracle. This is intellectually critical and political. Yes, you are the miracle, because faced with the imperial, we didn't lose our spiritual. That alone is a miracle. Standing on principle while others steady dissing you, but still showing love, living above, that's a miracle. They tried to put the fear in you, act like they wasn't hearing. No hate or bitterness, cause both are reciprocal. Not to become hateful toward hate, that's a miracle. The rent due and the landlord, he ain't here.